Never before in my time on the Arks have I witnessed something so graceful gliding through the skies, and never before have I been left so astounded by one's abilities. These creatures aren't your usual wyvern morphology I've grown used to. These dragons are massive, gravity-defying beasts floating on seemingly nothing. After the initial shock of their existence, I noticed a set of large antlers incredibly similar to those of cervids, the family of hoofed mammals including deer, moose, and elk. Coupled with them were a pair of ears following the same genetic path. I find it important to note that these are genetically created creatures with the sole purpose of being used as weapons against titans before being discarded, so there will be multiple physical and genetic traits not usually present on carnivorous and herbivorous animals. So for the purpose of this study, I will not only be looking into their traits from an environmental standing, but a weaponized one as well. The antlers are present on both male and female, meaning they are not simply a mating display, but made specifically for offensive and defensive use, goring and stabbing the target while also acting as protection for its upper skull and neck. The ears are shaped like radar dishes, designed to move independently to help pinpoint faint noises in a 360-degree radius, which could provide important information while navigating through the clouds on aerial threats, as well as prey below it may be unable to visually detect. The teeth of this creature are needle-like save for two sets of large tusks, and spaced apart further than most carnivorous animals, but this could be specifically engineered to appear this way, to increase its ability to puncture its prey. This might also help it catch many of the smaller flying creatures in its environment, trapping them and increasing the chances to hit its target like prongs of a trident. The tusks share the same function as the antlers, goring and stabbing whatever the dragon deems an opponent or potentially to grapple with others for the right to mate as well. Just above the mouth are marbles. Bar- just above the mouth are barbels. Barbles. B with a B, not marbles. Barbles. Such I don't like that word. Like those of a catfish that can be used as an extrasensory organ and allow the creatures to navigate in the clouds and dark environments it resides, without much impairment outside of visual. Catfish use their barbels to taste the air around them, which allows themselves to sense chemicals, food proteins, and almost snake-like tongue functions. Considering the bioweapon nature of this creature, I assume that they were given these barbels to help sense approaching titans and enemies during snowstorms, allowing them to have an advantage over creatures that might not have the capability to notice an approaching opposition. Its body length is something to note. With this spanning near the length of a football field, this might have been either cosmetic or an oversight by using a snake's body plan, making this creature have a large area to receive damage in which it makes up for by having large clawed feet and hands across its length. Speaking of its hands and feet, I'm incredibly unsure, but these creatures might have human DNA. Given the presence of opposable thumbs and their want for human tools, trophies, and objects, it suggests a human or primate level of curiosity and want for tool use, while being too large to use them. This is a horrifying proposition to think of, but given the other atrocities the Lost King has committed, is not too far from the realm of possibility. This could also suggest a near human or primate level of problem solving, allowing the creature to assess situations and learn from them, and or apply different tactics in combat without the need of a rider to control them. Perfect for genetically engineered weapons without the waste of human life. It's time to you guys don't have any idea how many times I've read this fucking script. Okay. It's time to talk about something I know even less about. This abomination. This freak. This is the most speculative I will be about this creature, and I need you to bear with me because this is gonna drag on. Ionic plasma propulsion. Okay, so potentially, probably, possibly, most likely not. But for the purpose of the video, this creature's scales could raise very slightly off of their skin and create an electrical field from static buildup across its body. These scales' design could allow high energy electrons to collide with neutral atoms, knocking off electrons and creating positively charged ions and free electrons to form plasma. The electrostatic grid-like structure of the scales would then propel the ions out and away from the body at extremely high velocities, propelling the Aureliax forward. While there isn't a lot of thrust generated from small plasma thrusters, oh yeah. It is very early in the morning. We're gonna get through this together, folks. While there isn't a lot of thrust generated from small plasma thrusters, the abundance of the structures across the creature's body might make up for this. We did it. Think of the little happy trees. Pat yourselves on the back. Good. Thank you so much for bearing with me. What I can't explain is how this creature can generate a propulsion cloud in front of it. Or detonate a healing trail of smoke from behind it. I mean, please, come on. I'm, I just, I can understand it having a trail of smoke behind it by saying that the smoke is a cloud and perhaps its body temperature is raised to a level that evaporates the water off of its scales and skin and ends up condensating behind it because of the temperature difference, creating a cloud. But I cannot explain how it heals, guys. I cannot. I can't. Some things are just too far-fetched, and I am just a man. But I can try to explain it launching lightning out of its mouth by using the same hypothesis that this creature is using plasma propulsion by redirecting the generated electricity into a focal point by creating a negatively charged area within its mouth from the propulsion, which, after the condens, after I'm out of breath because somebody keeps writing outlandishly long run-on sentences in their scripts. Ah! After the condensing of charged electrons at the mouth makes any target it directs it towards have a negatively charged area, allowing for the electricity to arc towards it and doing damage.
So this is 27. It doesn't matter what I've been through. I should grow up too, but I still